Evening, everyone. If you are in an evening time zone, hello to everyone else. Lovely to see you again. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week, but I'm glad to be back with you as we do our express purification today. So just a reminder that there is a link to materials on the website. So if you want to take a look at Lama Zopa Rinpoche's version of the practice, there's much more about visualizations that you can be doing if you want to get more advanced, that we don't have time to go through when we're doing the express. And we'll go ahead and start with the mantra to increase virtue, which is in your chat box. So if you're not looking at that yet, go ahead and pull up the chat box. My name is Thubten Chöying, and today I happen to be coming to you from Raleigh, North Carolina in the United States. All right, so we'll start a little slowly to get you warmed up and then speed up as we go. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SAMBHARA SAMBHARA BIMANA SARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. Om SMARA SMARA BIMANA SKARA MAHA DZAWA HUM. So now with just that quick little practice, we've vastly multiplied the virtue that we're going to earn by doing this practice. So worth the effort. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Good, I see lots of nods. All right. So find a comfortable seat. Make sure that your back is nice and straight. And we really have to remind ourselves that we need to relax in this posture. So it has to be very stable. The back needs to be straight, but also you don't want to be holding tension and sort of feel wound up as you're doing your practice. And so just take a few nice deep breaths and let yourself relax into your posture. Wiggle around as you need to find this sort of sweet spot where you can just forget about your body and focus inward on the mind. And after you've taken a few deep breaths, just let your breathing return to normal. And before we start any practice, we always want to have a bodhicitta motivation. So this is that wish to become enlightened, which is completing the two collections, ultimate and conventional bodhicitta, in order to lead all sentient beings to that enlightened state as well. And this sounds rather abstract. If our mind has a little bit of laziness, then it might even seem unattainable, not possible. But we all have this Buddha potential within us. We simply need to develop our positive, qualities, practice virtue, and purify our past mistakes so we can develop positive habits instead of any negative, non-virtuous habits that we might have. So these are practices that are helping us on this path. And so now we need to have our power of regret, the first power of the 4 opponent powers, where we think about any of these negative actions we may have done. Might be actions of body, where we've killed sentient beings just by walking across the grass or driving our car. It might be our speech, where we wasted time just gossiping, talking about things that aren't important, or said harsh and divisive things. And then there's our mind. Maybe we have habits of anger, jealousy, or any other disturbing negative mind. And especially the root of all of our delusions, this self-grasping, self-cherishing I. Thinking that there is an I that exists inherently when there is no inherently existing I. So if there's anything specific you remember just from the past day or so, make sure to have a strong intention to purify it. And then keep going back as far as you can remember, adding in any very specific actions you've done. And then have a general intention to purify any negative actions from all past lives, as well as anything we've done in this life that we don't remember. And so we, excuse me, and so we turn to Buddha Vajrasattva, who is one with our Guru. We take refuge in Vajrasattva, knowing that he has completed the path, has perfected this wisdom and compassion. And so we can rely on his methods. He can't just snap his fingers and fix us. We have to actually do the work. And that's what this purification practice is. And so visualize above the crown of your head Vajrasattva seated on a beautiful white lotus and a moon disk, everything made of light, especially the bright white light of Vajrasattva's body. If nothing else, just get that feeling of the white light above your head. And you can use the image of Vajrasattva to help refresh your visualization if it gets weak. Vajrasattva holds a Vajra and bell, symbolizing this union of wisdom and method. And everything about Vajrasattva is loving, compassionate, only wants to help you. And we say refuge to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I am enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. And so you can think of all sentient beings surrounding you. You're doing this practice for their benefit. You have harmed them, caused them to suffer, created then the imprints in your own mind to suffer in the future and be harmed in return. And if we haven't developed our positive qualities, then we harm again. And it's this terrible cycle, this samsaric cycle. So may we do this purification practice for their benefit. And we start with the purification of the body. Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sends down a powerful beam of white nectar that enters the crown of your head. And as it fills your body, it pushes out black inky liquid, which are the negative actions of your body, out the lower orifices of your body, where it just, as soon as it exits, it just disappears as if it was never there. And this is purifying any negative actions of the body. As we say the mantra 7 times. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dito Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anudaktu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrapaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dito Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anudaktu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrapaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anudaktu Mebawa Sarvasiddhi Mempriyatsa Sarva Karma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvadata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrapaha Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dito Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anadati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyasa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Suposhaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. And be so delighted that all your negative actions of body are completely purified. And now you can only do actions that will benefit others with your body. And then we purify any negative actions of speech. This time Guru Vajrasattva sends down another powerful beam of white nectar, which this time fills your body from the bottom up, pushing the black inky liquid out the top of the body, which is purifying all these negative actions of speech. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dita Mebawa Sutoshaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakarma Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabaha Mahasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. And think that all negative actions of speech are now completely purified so that everything you say is to benefit all sentient beings. And then we purify any negative actions of mind, any negative thoughts, any critical thoughts, any egotistical thoughts, any thoughts I am not enough, that happiness is out there. Guru Vajrasattva sends down a powerful beam of white light. And this beam of white light enters the crown of your head, completely illuminating your body instantly, just like a light being turned on in a dark room, purifying any of these negative actions of mind. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinupatita Dida Mebawa Sutushaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarvaseti Memprayatsa Sarvakama Sutame Siddhim Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatara Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinupatita Dida Mebawa Sutushaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarvaseti Memprayatsa Sarvakama Sutame Siddhim Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatara Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinupatita Dida Mebawa Sutushaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarvaseti Memprayatsa Sarvakama Sutame Siddhim Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatara Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinupatita Dida Mebawa Sutushaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarvaseti Memprayatsa Sarvakama Sutame Siddhim Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatara Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinupatita Dida Mebawa Sutushaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarvaseti Memprayatsa Sarvakama Sutame Siddhim Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatara Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinupatita Dida Mebawa Sutushaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarvaseti Memprayatsa Sarvakama Sutame Siddhim Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatara Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dinupatita Dida Mebawa Sutushaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurakti Mebawa Sarvaseti Memprayatsa Sarvakama Sutame Siddhim Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sarvatara Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabahamaha Samaya Sapa Ahum Pe. And so think that now your mind is completely purified. You think only loving, compassionate thoughts, always wanting to benefit others. And then we purify any of the subtle obscurations that might be left on the mind stream, any obstacles to enlightenment. It's like we've purified the very gross seeds, but these imprints might be left. Very much like when you are eating garlic. The garlic may be gone, but there's still that smell. Guru Vajrasattva sends down a powerful beam of white light, which enters the crown of your head, again illuminating your body, purifying any of these very subtle imprints on the mind stream. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvadara Gata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supashaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatadagata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatadagata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatadagata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatadagata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatadagata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manipalaya Vajrasattva Dena Patita Dida Mebawa Sutashaya Mebawa Supushaya Mebawa Anurati Mebawa Sarvasiti Mempriyatsa Sarvakama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sarvatadagata Vajramami Mutsa Vajrabahama Hasamaya Sapa Ahum Pe. Feel you are completely purified. Not one atom of negativity left on your mind stream. And now we have the very important step of setting a resolve not to repeat our negative actions. And so anything that you remember doing, very specifically, set an intention with a time frame not to repeat it. It might be 5 minutes. It might be until you wake up in the morning, until you purify again. Something that you feel very confident you can keep, so that if you do, you can rejoice, which is really important to reinforce this positive habit. And if you make a mistake again, because past habits are so powerful, that's why we must purify every day. It's all a process. And then after you set your goals for specific actions, also have this intention not to repeat any non-virtuous actions. Guru Vajrasattva is so delighted. Wanting to merge with you, he melts into white light and absorbs through the crown of your head. And you think, my Guru's body, speech, and mind, Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind, my own body, speech, and mind are the same. Meditating on the emptiness of the 3 circles. In emptiness, there is no I, creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma. And there is no negative karma created. thinking about how all phenomena are empty of any inherent existence. They do not exist at all from their own side. And we dedicate all of the merit, the positive energy you've created by doing this practice to all living beings, thinking, may all the virtuous karma I've created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may bodhicitta, from which the happiness of all sentient beings comes, be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may emptiness be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. As a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others, may I, who am empty from my own side, achieve Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's enlightenment, which is empty from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are empty from their own side to that enlightenment, which is empty from its own side, as quickly as possible by myself alone. And we dedicate for the long lives of all of our precious Gurus, especially His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, and all of our teachers, Geshe Sherab. May all our teachers keep us close in all lifetimes, continue to teach us the Dharma, lead us all the way to enlightenment, so that we may free all sentient beings as well. And so thank you for being with us, Brian and Kate and Coral and Elizabeth, Jennifer, Judith, Victor, Shayla.
Thank you.